Hello, welcome back to Happy Heart 1111. And today's topic is it your desire or your feeling of competition? So, before starting today's topic, I would like to request you to ignore the background noise because there is a construction going in my neighborhood and you might hear disturbance in the background. So just ignore it because it's not under my control. And let me just start the topic. So the topic is it's your desire or your feeling of competition. What do I mean to say is many a times we have experienced that we desire for something which is being achieved by someone else or has been achieved by someone else, maybe in your friends group, maybe among your relatives or in your neighborhood. And we feel that we also want the same thing or the same achievement. But after some time, you feel that it is not really what you really wanted. I mean, you just wanted it out of that feeling of competition, but deep down, you were never truly interested in getting that achievement or buying that thing or getting that opportunity. The best example which you can see regarding this topic is related to career. Many people opt for that career which is being pursued by either their friends or their relatives or someone in their neighborhood, and they are just pursuing it after seeing the benefits which are being enjoyed by the people whom they know. It is because of the salary, it is because of the perks and incentives enjoyed by them, or the kind of life they show you in their social media account, or in general by the way they dress up, or the way they go to their work, or through their lifestyle in general. Now, many people opt for science, opt for computer engineering, or for IAS preparations, for UPSC preparations, for government exam preparations, or for such courses or such college or universities which they have seen that other people have pursued when they were young, or they have achieved a good lifestyle after pursuing those career, and they are happy in their career, in their work life. But the truth is, when they pursue it and start to prepare for it, they find out that that career was never meant for them. They don't really enjoy preparing for those exams. They never enjoy even working in that job or after getting that opportunity, which sometime before seemed the best thing to achieve, because that desire of achieving that lifestyle or that career or that work life came or originated in them because they were somehow feeling competitive with their peer group or their relatives or their neighborhood people, that if they can have it, I should also have it, because otherwise my status in the society, among my friends group, among my relatives, would become inferior to them, or I will feel left out because something which they achieved, I should also achieve, and I should not feel that I am not living the same quality of life, the same kind of career which they are pursuing, or the same kind of achievements which they are enjoying in their life. I should also enjoy them, and I should not feel that I have been kept deprived of these achievements or this kind of a lifestyle. But as I said, that we all know such desire which root out of competition, which root out of jealousy, which root out of this urge to prove people that if they can have it, I can also have it, is always going to end up making you feel empty from inside, where you will feel that I have given so much of time, energy, money, so much of efforts for achieving that desire, which was seeming so awesome, so amazing once, is now turning out to be the biggest nightmare of your life. Now, I am going to explain how you should actually decide or choose your desires, and how should you actually go about it. So let's break down. As usual, I have created my own notes regarding this topic so that I can be precise, complete, and stick to the main points. So, why do you feel negative or bad when someone is doing financially well or receives an opportunity to earn easily or spend their money for satisfying their material desires? It happens that when we see someone who has achieved something in their life which they always wanted and they have achieved it, you somehow end up feeling very negative or jealous, or you feel left out that how can they have what they wanted, and how come I am not able to achieve anything which I always wanted in my life. So basically, growing up, whenever you come to know that someone in your known has achieved something financially, and they have bought a car or a house or a luxury item or went on an exotic vacation, you feel sad instead of happy. Now, on the surface, you might place a fake smile on your face and congratulate them with fancy words and phrases of blessings that, oh, congratulations, and I'm so happy for you, and yada yada yada. But honestly, you are shattered and dislike the fact that why they can have what they want and you can't have what you always wanted so badly. Now, before knowing that what they have achieved and what they are enjoying, and making their achievement or their desire your desire, you already have many desires of your own. But because you have not been able to yet achieve those desires, you feel that life is unfair to you, that you are not able to achieve anything which you had in your mind, or something which you have planned for something you had put a lot of effort. But here are people who are able to achieve everything they want in their life so easily and like magically. So, what happens is you deeply suffer within with this thought that why you are being kept away from the life you always wanted, but people around you are somehow managing to get everything they want in their life, and that too so easily, so quickly. Now, the fun fact is here that what is being enjoyed by the person whom you know as a material achievement, a dress, a car, a house, cash bonus, vacation, whatever it is being enjoyed by them, it is also being enjoyed by many other people around the globe at the same time at that very moment. But you are unbothered by those other people enjoying the same achievement, but you are shaken up to the core of your heart when the same achievement is being enjoyed by the person whom you know. Now, that person can be your relative, your friend, your neighbor, anyone whom you know. You ignore the fact that what others can have and enjoy, you too can have it and enjoy it. So, when we see someone whom we know is enjoying some achievement which they have achieved in terms of money or some material possession, we feel that that person is being blessed in some exclusive manner. However, some other people are also enjoying the same achievement in some other part of the world. But because we don't know those people, we are not related to them, we don't have any relation to them, so we are not bothered. We are okay, okay, they might be enjoying something, that's okay. We don't feel any jealousy, any anger, or any kind of low emotion which we are feeling by the fact that that achievement is being granted and is being enjoyed by the person whom we know. So this is one thing. And the second thing is that we kind of feel that that achievement that is being enjoyed by the person whom we know is something like a exclusive thing in the world, and that we are unworthy or we are not capable or lucky enough to have it in our life. So that way we feel very restricted, or we feel that we are not that fortunate, or we are not being given a fair life or fair opportunity in life where we can also enjoy the same achievement which is being enjoyed by the person whom we know. So these two facts are attached to our feeling of jealousy and that feeling of feeling sad, that why that achievement is being enjoyed by the person whom we know. Because first thing, we don't want the people whom we know that they should get what they want in life. And second thing, that we think that what is being achieved by that person whom we know can be achieved by us also, because they are also human and we are also human. And if they can create something which increases the quality of their life or adds up in their sense of fulfillment, the same can be done by us also. They are not some superhuman and we are not some inferior human, but we forget this whole understanding at that point of time. Now here's a twist. What's the twist? The twist is that just hold on for a second and ask yourself, do you really want to have that achievement, that thing which is being enjoyed by the person whom you feel jealous of? Or you just want to prove that you too can have it? So, as I was saying, that most of the times the desire for which we feel so drawn, for which we feel so magnetized, that this is something I definitely want in my life, is not in real our own desire. It is rooted out of competition. See, if you are wanting something in your life because you feel jealous of something being achieved by someone whom you know, it is never going to make you feel fulfilled even if you achieve it, because you never checked this fact with yourself that does that same thing will make you also happy after achieving it, or is that desire is really your own? Because if this desire to have something is rooted from competition with that person whom you know, then you would always feel sad, unfulfilled, and jealous for not having something or the other that the person whom you know is enjoying in their life. Because there always going to be something which you will not be having and you will not be enjoying it at that moment in your life when someone else whom you know is enjoying and having it. So it would always be like a race, like some competition which is never going to end, where you would always feel compelled that if someone whom you know is having something in their life and they're enjoying it, you too should have it anyhow. And you feel like this has become your ultimate goal of life. Now, to prove people in your circle that, see, if he or she is having it, I too can have it and I will have it. So it becomes more of an obsession than a real desire of your own. Now, here's the most important part. You must understand that if it's rooted in competition, that desire is rooted in competition, the process or work you would be required to do to achieve it would also feel so overwhelming, tiring, and draining that you might not even end up achieving it, because first thing, you never wanted to put that much amount of effort, time, which you have to give in order to achieve that desire or that thing. And because you don't have the patience, you don't like the work that you have to put in order to make that desire your reality, you end up giving up because you now find it so exhausting and wastage of time, energy, money, that you feel that why am I even doing it, because I don't enjoy the process of achieving that desire. You struggle to fulfill that desire, meaning you wanted so badly, so obsessively out of that feeling of competition, that you make the whole process of achieving it so draining, exhausting, and unfulfilling. However, the right thing to do is that you develop this understanding that anything that can be achieved by other people, even the people whom you know, and somehow you don't like the fact that they should get what they want in their life and enjoy it, can be achieved by you too. So, first thing, just get this thing out of your mind that there is some exclusivity regarding some desire, that certain desires would be granted in case of other people, and it wouldn't be granted or wouldn't be a reality in your life. The next thing you should do is that you don't have to adopt the same means, same ways, or same manner to achieve that desire, to make that desire a reality of your life, which is being adopted by the person whom you know and to whom you look up as an ultimate threat to your blessing and well being. Now, if somebody has managed to achieve a certain standard of living in their life because of the kind of work they do or the profession or occupation they pursue, it doesn't have to be the same way for you also. For you, the desire is to achieve that quality of life, that living standard. Now, the person whom you are jealous of might have achieved that quality of life or standard of living through a business, through a law firm, through a job as a techie in a MNC, or by settling in some developed nation or through an overseas job. You just need to be first clear about whether or not you really want that same achievement genuinely, which is being enjoyed by the person from whom you are jealous. Is that desire really your desire? First, you have to figure out that, and you need to be very genuine and honest to yourself. And the next thing is that if it's your profound desire to have it, to experience it, to enjoy it, then you need to understand that you must not force yourself to achieve it by pursuing that desire in the same manner as your relative did, or trying too hard, or achieving it, or becoming impatient and desperate to get it when you are unable to find the right way to achieve it. If you want to live a certain kind of life, or you want to achieve luxurious life, it doesn't have to make you go crazy in your mind where you feel so obsessed and desperate that either you start pursuing the same method which your relative did to achieve that kind of life, or you feel so unworthy that you don't even understand what is the right manner for you to get to that level of lifestyle. Now, this is very important to understand that desperation leads to wasteful efforts. When you just want something because you want to prove to people, or when you are going after something out of jealousy, out of that feeling of competition, that feeling of urgency and that desperation will make you do hard work, immoral work, illogical work, which would eventually give you zero results, stress, plus loss of time, loss of energy, and loss of money. Suppose you want to earn a certain sum of money in your lifetime, and for that, you thought your relative pursued a certain course, and you have decided that, okay, if they are pursuing that course, I will also opt for the same career, and I will also study the same course or go for the same college or university. You end up investing in the preparation of the entrance exam of that course, the admission fee and the course fee of that college or university. And in the end, you find out that you really don't enjoy that work through which you thought that you would achieve the same kind of lifestyle which your relative or your friend have achieved or are enjoying currently. Now, here's something you need to focus on. When you feel the desire for something you lack in your life, you must focus on enjoying the imagination, feeling, and fun of having it one day. That one day you would achieve that. But on the contrary, what you end up doing is, before you developed the desire for that thing, you were feeling completely fine and peaceful. It's only when you start feeling the urge to have it, when you start becoming obsessive about it. How can I get it? When will I get it? And am I even worthy of getting it or not? Where you are over analyzing your capacity to achieve it, and over analyzing the ways and methods to achieve it, you end up feeling unhappy and overwhelmed. You should check with yourself that why should you feel unhappy after understanding that you have created a genuine desire to have or experience or achieve something. If that desire of yours is genuine, is honest, is your true desire, then you wouldn't feel unhappy after thinking about it. Instead, you must feel ecstatic about your desire, because it's going to increase your level of satisfaction once you achieve it. Because why we have desires is because we want our lifestyle to be upgraded so that we can have a better experience in life. The problem is that instead of enjoying the feeling of how it would add to your experience or increase your experience when you would have it, you focus on how can you achieve it and how you will not be able to achieve it. Because when we start over analyzing about the ways or the route that we need to take to achieve that desire, we always end up understanding or logically explaining ourselves that this is something impossible for us because there are so many problems or so many hurdles in on our way. So you eventually start feeling unworthy of being able to have that thing for which you had created a desire. Now you eventually are feeling that this is not your cup of tea, this is something out of your league, out of your capacity. So, where desire should be giving you the purpose to live more meaningful life and enjoy the idea of being able to increase your quality of life, what happens on the contrary is that it gives you the feeling of left out, unworthiness, stress, overwhelm, anxiety, jealousy, that look how fortunate they are, but how unfortunate you are, because you just can't get any way where or a method where you can achieve it in your life. You are focused on how you can never have it or how impossible it would be for you to have it. rather than focusing on just enjoying the idea of having that thing you desire the most. Like, rather than having this feeling of bliss in your heart where you feel that, oh, finally I know what exactly I want in my life, or how exactly I would be able to take my life to the next level or experience something new in my life. You are fixated on how and what and where and not, and you kill that desire and you convert that desire as a root cause of your anxiety and sorrow. You should focus on enjoying the feeling of being able to imagine that you can too have that thing for which you desire, or you are able to create that desire in your heart, because many people can't even think of things or achievements which they haven't experienced yet in their life, because they feel so inferior about themselves. Their self concept is so low that they can't even imagine that they can think of something bigger than their current reality. The process to achieve is not the main concern. The resistance to achieve is the main concern. So here you are putting a lot of resistance in the path of achieving that desire. You are not really interested in how you can achieve. You are just over analyzing so much about that desire, because you are finding out all the ways in which it is impossible for you, which creates resistance, and which is a very big concern when it comes to making your desire your reality. You resist your desire by thinking about it logically and destroying the desire in its infancy stage, when it should just shoot up your imagination of creating a new experience in your life. You actually end up destroying that whole feeling by thinking about all the unnecessary aspects of that desire. Your desire for something does not make you worthy or unworthy in your life. Some people have this attitude that they are not even worthy of dreaming big in their life. They don't want to imagine things which they haven't experienced, or their current reality doesn't allow it. Like, there are no such logical reasons by which they can experience it, and due to that they held themselves back from even imagining that they can desire for something which they don't have in their life currently. Don't take desires as office projects with a short duration deadline, where you are thinking about how quickly and how easily or how logically you can complete it. You create a desire, enjoy its fantasy, and just leave it. Don't try to force it into your reality by trying out things from your logical mind. Things will automatically align when you are easy with your desire, when you are at peace from within. You don't take that desire as a project given to you which you have to achieve within a certain deadline or time duration, because you then end up becoming desperate, obsessive, and all your actions go against the achievement of that desire. And that is the reason most of the time people find out on a very later stage that for what they had a intense desire for a few months back or few years back is no longer relevant in their life, because that same desire is making them feel miserable, left out, and wasted. Like, their whole life is wasted in the pursuit of that desire, because They don't like the process of achieving it. They don't have the patience. They are too obsessive and desperate to achieve it within a certain time period. Rather, they should just enjoy the fact that they were able to think out of the box, and in their imagination, they could create a feeling which can potentially take them to a better reality in their life, and that would increase their experience in this lifetime. So, is it your desire or your feeling of competition? Evaluate it, introspect it, and after you are honest with yourself, only then you should pursue the desire, and only then you can feel fulfilled even after achieving that desire.